Hello, welcome to round two. We've been put on the draw. And this hand, I think this hand's a keep. We don't have any red mana, so unless we draw a mountain, we won't have a turn one Curd Ape. But a turn two Werebear isn't awful, so we'll keep. Hopefully draw a mountain as we said. If not, even drawing a Rugged Highland wouldn't be awful. Okay, clearly the magic gods are on our side today. As I think in 3 games we've had 3 turn 1 Curd Apes, which is a pretty strong start. Our opponent's 3 colour, presumably Jund. Okay, yeah, the magic gods really are on our sides. We're going to play Rancor and again attack with a 4-3 Curd Ape on turn 2. Potentially even playing Elephant Guide next turn to really get some damage in. Okay, Sting Scour is annoying, but it sends Curd Ape and Rancor back to our hand. So, not the worst. Okay, even Rally the Peasants is a pretty good draw as well. So, we're going to go Curd Ape and Werebear. It might help if we played the land first. Okay, so our opponent has to choose... Well, they can't keep Sting Scour around, actually. They don't have the mana. I don't think they lose too much there, though. They stopped us getting in for 7 damage with Curd Ape and Elephant Guide, so... Probably pretty good for them. Oh, so they also have a disc. 2 discs. So I presume they're probably going to play said disc. So we probably want to be as aggressive as possible. Elephant Guide and Rancor puts Curd Ape up to 7 power, where Bear would mean we got him for 8. When they disc, we get Rancor back to our hand and an Elephant token. Yeah, I think that works quite nicely for us. We could also rally the peasants here, but I think I'd prefer to keep that in hand and have the elephant token. So yeah, if they disc, we get the 3-3 token that becomes a 5-5 with Rancor. A 5-3 with Rancor, I suppose. And then a 7-3 with Rally the Peasants. Or a 7-5 with Sylvan Might, actually. Okay, so that doesn't win us the game, Elephant Guide and Rancor. But it does keep our tricks in hand. I presume they've got removal, and that's why they've left mana up. Carbonize, okay, that's fine. That means Elephant Guide. There's nothing. Disappointingly. We don't have play because we didn't play Brawn. Okay, well. Still think we're in a pretty good position in this game. Honden of Infinite Rage. So presumably they've got picked up the green Honden, maybe even the black Honden. Okay. We'll play Brawn. We'll add Rancor on because there's not really much downside to not doing it. Opponent burns us to face. Probably wondering about whether to attack. I suppose they want to attack. They've got a combat trick in their hand, thinking of whether to attack. Hope we block. I presume if it's removal, they'd do it straight away. Okay, so our opponent sent him as a message saying they're mana screwed effectively. We'll play the land, although if they don't block, we could have just won anyway. Okay, I think here we're just going to cast Silver Might and flash it back and not show them Rally the Peasants. Yeah, exactsies. So to sideboarding. So opponent's playing Jund. So black has some sacrifice outlets. They didn't seem that aggressive. They showed us a Sting Scourer, the Fervent Cathar. I suppose they showed us the disc as well. But I suspect they're more controlling than aggressive. Probably a fair amount of removal. It's worth noting that Rally the Peasants does affect Nimble Mongoose, so Nimble Mongoose could be pretty good, because it also gets affected by Brawn, so you can have a trampling Rally the Peasants affected Nimble Mongoose, which isn't too bad. I still don't really think there's much you want to bring in here. Yeah, I think we just want to keep it as it is. So our opponent's kept 7. Yeah, we have a keepable 7. Depending on what we draw, might play Llanowar Elves turn 1. This hand's certainly not as aggressive as our other open hands. Okay, so we have Werebear. Yeah. The only problem here is if we play Forest, we can't go Forest, Pyromancer, and Rugged Highlands, but I think we're fine with that. Getting Llanowar Elves at turn 1 is pretty good. We're just going to Chain Lightning the Llanowar Elves, okay. We're just going to play the Young Pyromancer here. It's possible our opponent has removal for it, but if it survives, then we're going to be able to get him some damage. Okay, doesn't survive. So I think we play Curd Ape here. Our opponent's already used up 2 lots of removal. Could have more. Very possible they have more. But Curd Ape's a pretty strong card for us to have out. So if we go Curd Ape, Werebear, we have to play Forest. We definitely want to play Curd Ape though. And I don't think we want to waste the mana, so... Fervent Cathar. I could trade Werebear for it, but I'm not particularly bothered. Okay, well, another Curd Ape's quite nice. We could hold the Werebear back and play the Yavimaya Enchantress. Not too bothered about that, to be honest. I prefer to hold the Enchantress until some enchantments start getting played. Beetleback Chief, okay. So our opponent's got a few cards that we've got. Does happen, but okay. So what happens if we attack here? Well, actually, if we play the planes, we can actually play in Flashback Silver Might, which means if we attack, we can attack with 2/4/5s, and our opponent can't put 5 in front of something without triple blocking it. And I think I'd trade 1 Curd Ape for 3 creatures. Okay, this works out even better. Because what we're going to be able to do is kill all our opponent's creatures. With 1 Silver Might. And we're still getting some damage as well. So yeah, that's a good turn for us. Turns Beetleback Chief, I suppose. Yep. Okay. Well, we're going to play Elephant Guide. We want to tap the Werebear for mana, so we won't put Elephant Guide on the Werebear. Just put it on a Curd Ape. So yeah, things aren't looking great for our opponent. Beetleback Chief. Fine. Ooh. Goblin Trenches. So, we'll play this card post-combat. In fact, we probably should have played it pre-combat to give the boost to the Yavimaya Enchantress. If we attack like that, our opponent... If we attack like that, our opponent can double block one of our creatures and trade 1 for 1. We still get through for 7, and I think that's pretty good for us. Yeah, we should have played this trench as pre-combat, so they couldn't double block the Yavimaya Enchantress. So opponent's going to be left with 1 Goblin token. That's fine. Trenches would have made a difference there, but live and learn. So these soldier tokens don't have haste, but what we can do is end of turn sacrifice a forest to give us 2 1/1s. Gravedigger, I suppose returning the Beetleback Chief to the hand again. Gravedigger returning Gravedigger. I suppose they can... It gives them a more constant flow of creatures. Right. If we put two goblins down... we have 4 attackers. Our opponent has 2, so they're definitely going to take 2. So I think that's fine. Rally the Peasants becomes lethal, I think, as well with that. Okay, Faithless Looting. No reason to cast it, because we'll draw 2 and have to discard them, so hold that for next turn. So opponent has to block the Curd Ape. Presumably they block, Curd Ape and Werebear. That is fine. We'll sack the Mountain on end step. To get 2 more Goblin tokens. Young Pyromancer. So these decks are looking very similar. Maybe we don't sack the Mountain here then, because our opponent would get 2 through. Our opponent would therefore take 2, lose 1 creature. Maybe if everything went well. I mean, if they attack, we're definitely going to do it, but I don't think they're going to attack. No, they're not. So I don't think we do here. No, because if we don't and we draw Rally the Peasants, then we've got, well, if we don't, we can cast Faithless Looting and Rally the Peasants. So I think that's what we want to do. Beetleback Chief. Yeah, I think we just play the Chief. Presumably they chump block here. Okay, that's so we're gonna get a 3/3 out of the deal, and Beetleback Chief is gonna help us go wide. Yeah, I would say that's game now. Because he could have drawn Disc. In which case we can... No, they got their own Beetleback Chief. What did they play? Him to Turok. Oh, forcing us to discard the Faithless Looting. And because I had F6, we couldn't activate the Goblin Trenches. But they can still only block 3, and we get through with 3, so... Yep, so that's another win. Yeah, pretty solid return from the red-green deck so far. Yeah, we made it to the finals. Hopefully you'll join us for round 3.